Hello folks, welcome to the Mystery Race Night of Speedbump. We have a ROM hack for you today. This is Mega Man in the Mushroom Kingdom, man. Look at that kerning.
What a classic.
I'm gonna pull audio from Pink Kitty Rose down there in the bottom left, our extra feed. Known Mega Man champion. I think she's gonna do great here, so good audio feed to get, I think. Anyway, I am ready to go.
All right. We're giving 30 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Just get as much done as they can.
Yeah, there's only so many levels. It's a Mega Man.
It's Mega Man 1, no less. The game that is missing half of the content. As a Mega Man nerd, I kind of have opinions about Mega Man, and I don't like the Wily stages, so that content being missing doesn't bother me. The fact that there's not 2 fortresses is fine with me, but the fact that 2 of the bosses are missing on the screen is one of the things Mega Man 1 did wrong that got fixed pretty quick. They went to 8. Yeah, this isn't the Mushroom Kingdom. This is a different kingdom. Went to all the Mushroom Kingdoms. So I picked this one because on my news feed on my phone, it decided to send me a review from like 2000 and whatever. Old review of this ROM hack and said, yeah, this is a great one. And so I'm like, okay. We did pretty well with the Mega Mans we did last time. We did the 46 Boss Master Rush. Robot Masters, everyone liked that. Oh, we give this one a whirl. Plot
It looks
here
really
is,
good.
but Wily is upset that he keeps losing to Mega Man, so he teamed up with Bowser, and this is what they came up with, is just, hey, you put your robots in my levels. Genius. I don't know where Mario is doing all this.
He's in whatever you call Mega Man's world.
That would be an interesting one too. I haven't seen that.
Is there a name for Mega Man's world?
I'm sure that that's come up some. I mean, it is supposed to be Earth, but
Not familiar with it.
I don't know that it has a name. It's just, yeah, 20XX. Actually, Mega Man is probably 2000X. I don't know how
they should have done. They should have left the Wily stages and just made Mario Wily.
I don't know how familiar you are with the lore of Mega Man and where it goes by the end of it, but it's not great.
Kind of an expert.
All of humanity dying is like the start of the plot.
Really write yourself into a corner.
Yeah. Well,
like, where do you go from there?
They kept doing that, like, they kept increasing the, you know what? 10 billion people died this time, and then they are, you know what? 88% or whatever, it just kept going up, the number just kept going up to 99% of all humans died, and then the last 1% died as well, but one guy's still alive. Yeah, we'll kill him too next time. Like, they just kept on doing that. It gets worse and worse. The Zero game started that, and the X
We brought
games.
another guy back to life just to kill him again.
That's probably the plot of the, I think that is the plot of, like, they cloned him, and those guys were also killed. Like, it's just... Mega Man didn't do a great job defending the world. I mean, he lasted a while, I guess, in the face of terrible AI. He stopped them from doing it for a little while, but he kind of just took his gun and shot things until it stopped, and it didn't really work. Also in Mega Man X7, one of the worst games of time, he kind of just goes on vacation and says he's done for a while, and then at the midpoint of the game, he's like, ah, you guys, actually, I shouldn't do that, huh? The humans and legends are, well, spoilers. All of this, of course, is spoilers, but the humans and legends are not humans. Those are the clones, and they're
What?
like robotic too. They're not even like human. They're like they have like body modifications and stuff. I don't really understand that part of it. Maybe that's just part of their society or something at that point. But the last human in Legends has died, and they're artificially recreated, and all of the robots are about to wipe them out again for no reason. No reason at all in that game. They just kind of like woke up and they're like, you know what we should do? Kill all humans. Oh, what, they're all dead? Well, there's those ones.
If humans didn't exist, we would have to create them.
Yeah, and then kill them all again. That's the robot plan.
That's why I always thank my toaster. When it becomes sentient, I want it to remember me. This is why you can never talk shit about robots.
The bot attack is upon us. That's right. As soon as you start talking about the AI, I have to ban 30 bots.
This is on me. I actually take full responsibility for this.
Actually, the auto mod is improved. It's pretty impressive. There was a lot of problems with this, and some other like hate raids and bot raids and stuff. But I banned one of those guys, and as soon as I did, Twitch's auto mod was like, you know what? This other guy's saying the same shit. You don't like him either, right? Like, I'm like, yeah, you got it. They did a pretty good job cleaning that up. Because there were like, however many bots you saw in the chat, there were like 10 times that many.
Well, I take it all back. My toaster's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Toaster's not too bad of a piece of tech. It's just a heating implement with no real... Can you clean
There's
the
like
toaster in the sink and then dry it off and run it? That's right? That's safe. As long as it's not plugged in, right? Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah, you can do anything you want to as long as it's not plugged in.
And then
I can't guarantee you'll ever be able to plug it in again, but...
Wait, I feel like because of the way it's not that electronic, once you dry it off, you can turn it back in. This was the thing that was on TikTok, and I'm not sure of the answer, because it feels wrong, but I think actually when I was thinking about it, you know what, it seems like actually you could do that if you really just didn't like crumbs in your toaster. So I'm not sure about the answer to that.
I don't think... If you dislike crumbs in your toaster, I don't think the solution is to make them soggy.
Yeah. It seemed like a stupid thing to do, but would it work, I guess? I don't know. I guess you know when it's dry by using a... Well, give it a lot of time in a blow dryer, and yeah, if you don't completely dry it... Well, don't do that. If you don't completely dry it, it would corrode and just be awful and worse.
I hope that this discussion has at least given you some things to think about.
Yeah,
maybe it's not the best plan.
It's super dangerous, but this was the thing that was going around, and I was thinking about whether or not that is even a thing that could even be done and ever. So no one should do that, obviously. I was just wondering if there was a way for it to succeed and not ruin the toaster. And it seemed like I was thinking there might be if you used like a hairdryer to completely dry it or whatever. I don't know. Because it's not that complicated of a device. But it's obviously got an electric charge to it.
I think Kitty Rose is making a ton of progress here.
Yeah. Fireman has taken a life on Digi's screen. They look like they have to restart now. No continues? That's weird. That's
No
new.
continues.
Maybe they selected the wrong option. Yeah, that's a good idea. A crumb tray for your toaster. I've literally never seen that in the... I feel like I've owned like 10 toasters for some reason. One of them was Coca-Cola's themed toaster for drinking too much Coca-Cola, and they sent it to me in the mail. Never had a crumb tray in any of my toasters. Yeah, they must have hit the wrong button, or they didn't kill any bosses and felt like just resetting manually.
That kind of makes sense.
I've never seen Mega Man not have continues.
So there's a lot of health pickups around, and I'm starting to... I haven't been following this closely enough to realize, but is it doing something like a mushroom where when you pick it up, it changes your power-up? Or is it still doing the normal Mega Man thing where you have power-ups you win from bosses?
I haven't been paying attention to the weaponry. It looks like everyone has the same gun so far, though.
It's just Mega Man mechanics? Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing Pink Kitty Rose switch weapons like you normally would, which is kill a boss, get a power. I played Mega Man, what is that game? Battle Fighters, whatever, the arcade game where it's almost like a fighting game today. 2-player against... It's pretty sweet. Over there at MagFest, before I left.
What, isn't it Mega Man Battle and Fighter or something like that?
I think so. It's got a weird title like that. I never played the arcade version. I always played the console remake thing. For the record on the bots, just to decrease the business of that, I'm sure no one would buy from those jerks anyway, but back when Twitch changed the way that viewership worked for some reason, I was getting like naturally like 10,000 followers in a month or something like that, and my actual viewership didn't increase at all. That doesn't do anything for you. Like, just having 20,000 followers instead of 10,000 did literally nothing to my numbers, nothing at all. And they were actually people and not bots. So the thing they're selling is worse than nothing.
But you could inflate that number.
Yeah, the number that you don't care about, the viewer number. Not viewer number, followers number is what it actually is. Just people who get pinged when you go live, maybe, sorta, not really. I guess all it.
You know, I'm actually pretty impressed with this hack. So it's not really seeming to be doing a whole lot extra. It's mostly just same mechanics, different graphics. But it seems like whoever made this hack really wanted to make the level design feel more like Mario level design. It doesn't feel like it's just a Mega Man game with a skin. It seems like it's designed like a Mario game.
It's still Mega Man 1 mechanics. I think that the mushrooms are energy in disguise. Like the blue one I think is weapon energy, maybe. Or 1-up. But we still have... Pink Kitty Rose is trying to use the pause glitch and it doesn't look like it's working.
Maybe you can't hurt the chain chomps.
So, what's going on for the unfamiliar with Mega Man 1? Is it really this tanky? You can pause with select and get bonus hits on enemies. Because it doesn't know that it should stop the iframes counter when it's paused, so you can you can basically just pause as soon as you do damage, and then you can skip the 1.5, 2 second timer of invuln that they're supposed to get, and then unpause again and instantly repause, and you'll get that one hit again. You can just do it and get all of the damage you need in one shot. We'll see it here on Iceman, probably. Yeah. Obviously not meant to be able to one-shot that guy, but you can do it. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, she was just using the wrong weapon on the wrong enemy type there, that's all. What were you broadcasting while I was going off the blues?
A variety of retro achievement stuff. I've still been doing a lot of retro achievements. I played Ape Escape for the first time. That was pretty fun.
I saw you playing some of that. I was making challenges for my panel, and I got to Balloon Fight, and Clearcat said, "Balloon Fight!" And she was excited, and then she was actually talking about your stream, because apparently you were playing Balloon Fight at the exact same time that I loaded it up.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was playing some Balloon Fight. That's... I really like it. I forgot how difficult Balloon Trip is to make real progress in.
Oh yeah, you can't miss a single beat, or you lose all the bonus.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
The achievement wants you to get to the highest level of bonus, so you basically can't miss any for like 20 in a row. And then it also wants you to pop 100 balloons in one run, which is not that bad if you're any good at the game, but hey, I'm not. I've never sat down and like played Balloon Trip for a really long time. I've always liked it, but I've just never really tried to make progress in it.
This world looks really nice, the one Patty's on. I like the sprite work combination.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's 2 ways to fly in Balloon Fight? That might be a helpful bit of knowledge.
Yeah, the one that makes you flutter constantly, and the other that's just one arm pump.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was aware of that. I couldn't figure out whether or not there was some reason why maybe I'd want to stick with the single arm flutter. I guess it's better for precision.
I did make people play Balloon Fight versus mode in the panel.
Did they like that?
One person slaughtered the other, they didn't have a chance.
It's really interesting. So it looks like it's taking sprites from a variety of different games, which I really like. We
Sure
saw Mario 1 really early. I mean, on Patty B's we're seeing SMB 3. On Digi we're seeing SMB 2. On Pink Kitty Rose, she's been on a bunch of SMW themed stuff. I would say this is way more thorough than I would have expected.
Yeah. Nice work, Google. You recommended me a good one. The rare Google win here.
Thank goodness they finally implemented AI suggestions.
Just send me random reviews from 20 years ago instead of news. That's the ticket.
Yeah, these super old hacks are always way more impressive to me anyway, because, I mean, we were talking about this last week with our ROM hack races about how really old hacks are all the more impressive because the tools weren't very polished back then. And, yeah, Nerf down there saying that this was made in the early days of NES ROM hacking. With its age, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, Minus Infinity. I was talking about that last week as well. I'd love to see you just load that up tonight and run it. What a game. Oh, man. That game is nuts. That game is such a sophisticated thing, and I've played a lot of Mega Man ROM hacks. I played like 80 of them at the same time. Minus Infinity is a cut above even the other stuff that person has made. It's good, but Minus Infinity was the peak of any ROM hack I've seen, I think, ever. But I've seen a lot of good ones recently that do a lot of neat stuff. And the SNES ones are starting to show up. That's harder to do, I think. Like Mega Man 7 and stuff. I've seen a couple of those. That's a whole different ballgame.
Sure.
Like, people want to make Mega Man X ROM hacks and stuff, and all they can really do is delete the levels and stuff. The fan projects for Mega Man X are just a complete remake of the game from an entire new engine on, like, whatever Unity or whatever the heck they're using. Who knows? I don't. It's not, you know, SNES at all anymore, because how do you even do that?
There was a time where people figured out how to ROM hack their favorite games. We used to be a society. Now everyone just wants to use Unity. Did you just getting clobbered by that cloud is pretty funny. Like, it just doesn't look like it should be solid, but since it's a platform.
I know what enemy it is that Patty is dodging with the wire, and I would do the same thing, even though it looks like the simplest enemy in the world. Extremely dangerous thing with a buggy presence that you fall through all the time. And in fact, they died, and their game's gone a little berserk now, so I'm not sure what's up with that.
Ooh. Well, let's hope a screen transition fixes it, because goodness gracious.
Looks like they're enjoying the sights and sounds of this mess.
Patty's having a good time. Shared with us in the Discord channel that he's under the impression that this hack might have some problems.
Can't believe the review didn't mention this. Oh, it's fixed.
We're back. We're so back.
Well, I suspect that there's some new people in the audience just for MagFest, so welcome to the show. I always do Speedbump speedrunning content after Arcade Pit. Have for 2 years now, maybe 3, maybe more.
I think it's been longer than that. I think we started in 2018.
Oof.
2019, maybe?
Cursed time marching on.
The only person who knows is Darkman. The only one who keeps proper records of what we do here.
Yeah. Arcade Pit has been running for 9 and maybe a couple weeks more than that at this point, and I haven't ever missed a show. Though today I sure was sleeping until 7, like 45, 50. But we made it happen. I actually did the panel and up till midnight yesterday, so 2 in 1 day really. And we will be back on GDQ for Hotfix the 31st, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Nice.
But yeah, the panel's a little different from the show, but it's thematically the same. I just adapted it to make sense out of the online show, which has been running for so many years, that all I have to do really is take those assets and run with them.
Is the level? Yeah, it looks like Pink K Rose is on the after the Robot Masters.
Sure is. I picked this screen for a reason. Now this level that I'm looking at right now is extremely just Wily 1, which I don't like that level very much, and now it's uglier than before. It's harder to see. It looks like it really is just a palette swap of Wily 1 at this point. But this is the level. I don't know if you know Mega Man 1, but that is level 1 of Wily, pretty much.
Oh, it looks like, did Mega Man 1 not have that thing where if you got damage boosted onto spikes, you could still jump off of them?
It does not. It's the only one that doesn't have that yet. It also features gravity of, like, well, that's not really how gravity works anyway, but it's as if the Earth were like 10 times as dense as the gravity of Mega Man 1. You just cut there, you see that? You just kind of fly down. Terminal velocity happens instantly in Mega Man 1. So you have those two big engine problems. You also don't have slide yet, and Mega Man 2, popular as it is, and I guess the engine is part of why, but it doesn't have slide either, so one of the reasons I don't like it. Slide is essential movement tech, and then Mega Man 4 brings in the charge shot, which also is really nice because all the guys have iframes in these games.
Makes sense.
So those two features are clutch, and it is not here at all. You don't have either one of them yet. So a ROM hack to Mega Man 1 has those limitations going on. They could just as easily have done Mega Man 6 or something and got whatever they wanted.
They knew what they were doing.
Whatever Yellow Devil or Cyan Devil or whatever he is now, Indigo Devil, he has been defeated with the pause glitch, so we won't see his moves. The Battle and Fighters arcade game has a rare, good Yellow Devil fight. They aren't very common because it's usually a really annoying boss. Charge Shot also makes him a little nicer. You wait for 30 seconds, I think, for each chance you get to hit him. So the pause glitch, I don't like to use it when I play Mega Man 1 in my challenge runs, but I do it for that boss because it's so boring.
Yeah, it's a very slow boss.
And they kept trying to use it again and again. They really liked putting that one in, and I think the first one is the worst iteration. There's a really bad one in X5 and a couple other ones, but sometimes they actually do a pretty good job with it. Oh, this Hammer Brother's mean. I think the Hammer Brother is Sniper Joe, sort of.
I recognize some of these room layouts from the actual Mega Man 1 Wily stages.
Yeah. Mega Man 8 has the green devil. It's like a gelatin thing. It's pretty good. I like that one. I think that one's my favorite. Mega Man 8 is really easy also. It just kind of seems like it coincides with what I think. I think I like the game being fun rather than ridiculously hard for some reason. This also is just Mega Man Wily 2, so they pretty much have just palette swapped from this point on. The other stages are not
doesn't
at
seem to be a
all
lot new happening here.
So we've pretty much seen the whole thing at this point. In that case, we're just looking at, we're going to see Bowser instead of Wily maybe, but I don't know. The content looks like it's going to be the same from here on out. The rest of these levels are radically different. I like Mega Man 5 the most, but it is a little imbalanced. The charge shot in that one is too good, and they really drop a lot of E-Tanks. E-Tanks kinda... I like them, but they kinda ruin the game also, because, like, you don't really need to learn how to play at all. If you have an E-Tank, the only thing that can kill you is instant death. If you have 9 of them... You could easily have 9 E-Tanks in Mega Man 5 and 6. It wouldn't even be something you would have to grind for. You would just pick up like 5 or 6 on the way, and then some enemies would drop them. You just have 9 full heals. You're like Samus Aran running through Mega Man. So that's one of the... I think those two games are a little too easy, but they have some really mean sections in the later game. Both of them do. Still have that. Well, that was rough.
Well, we've got a few players hitting Wily.
Yeah, it's not good looking, but I think that it actually is a pretty nice looking area on the NES. Mega Man's always had good art. This isn't great. They definitely downgraded this place.
Why would they do this to us?
Pink Kitty Rose is on pretty much the end of the game. I mean, we could give them a couple more minutes and she'll probably win it because there's not much left. This level is, yeah, 5 more minutes is probably enough. We can just keep it rolling if you want. This level has the jet boost right to the boss. There's nothing else. This is the shortest level, I think, in all of the Mega Man canon levels. This is like... It's shorter than most intro stages. Which, typically are just showing you how to even move.
Yeah, go ahead and throw 5 minutes extra on the clock there.
They didn't even reskin this boss. They just changed the bricks and the terrain.
Those are good looking bricks though, you have to admit.
Yeah, I guess I should say this is the shortest Wily stage. That might not be true though, but man, this is a very short level. There's so many Mega Man games, it's hard to make any kind of concrete statement like that. This boss is really silly, it's got Guts blocks. I really hate Gutsman's power. Because of limitations of the game. If you mess up in here, you cannot get the bricks back until you game over. And Gutsman is the weakness. And you can't use it without the bricks.
Does Gutsman's ability do anything other than picking up bricks?
No, that's all. It takes energy to turn bricks into a throwable weapon. It's a good weapon. Like, it's a little too good, so you do have, I guess, a thought behind why, but... Yeah, Yellow Devil is not really reactable, it's memory. And the pattern isn't the easiest thing in the world to dodge, but once you know it, and you can't expect to get hit by it every time anymore. You get it. Okay, they made this different. They made it... so this is supposed to be a big pit, and that coaster is what you ride across, but they just kind of added platforms. So we just had the boss fights, they're not even reskinned. This area barely... Is this even Mario anymore? It just looks like Mega Man. They changed the graphics here, but...
Feels like they could have done a lot more with, like, making it look like Bowser's Castle or something.
Mega Man 3 is a weird one because they decided to like add Mega Man 2's bosses back into the stages and like Kaizo 4 stages up and just they threw 8 of the bosses in, they gave them superpowers. And that part of the game, it goes from a pretty rough game to ridiculously hard, and then after those are dead you go to Wily stage finally, and it's impossible to lose at that point. You're so strong at that point, and there's nothing left to fight you. You have all those E-tanks. I got pretty good at Mega Man 3. It took a while. That one's a rough one. I don't think I like it very much, but I've gotten used to it so much that I'm starting to not hate it.
You've convinced yourself?
Oh, if you know the weaknesses of those bosses, which is just like garbage knowledge to have to learn, but if you know their weaknesses, it helps a lot.
Sure. They're
so mean without that knowledge, though.
Maybe to a much lesser extent, but that's kind of how I feel about all Mega Man games. I feel like every single time I've tried to play a Mega Man game, not knowing the boss's weakness makes the boss impossible, and then someone tells me the weakness and it's trivial.
The weapon Pinkity Rose chose is not the weakness there, but that's okay. It works. We've beaten Wily, who is just Wily and his Wily bot, looking at Mega Man, Wily style. I don't know.
Couldn't have even made him Bowser.
Maybe there's an ending change. Let's check that out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, like electricity was just doing the 1 damage minimum there, so any weapon would
Like on
work.
Tarragon's screen right here, it looks like it's been reskinned to look like
Ew.
Bowser's Castle. But why not? Why not do more of that?
I feel like I'm reading ancient ruins here.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give him time.
Yep. Nice work, Pink Kitty Rose. I knew that they wouldn't have too much trouble with this. As soon as I saw that Wily's stages were all just regular Wily, matter of time till that gets beat by somebody who knows those games. Pretty cool. I'm used to, I guess, seeing half-done hacks, I would call them. Like, this was just the remake of the first 6 levels, and then they didn't do
Right.
anything else. It almost feels like pure coincidence that anything else got changed. Maybe they did purposefully edit the sprites and layouts, but they didn't do much with the stage design at that point. But they did a good job till then. Time is up. I'm not sure who's where here. I can actually tell you. Tarragon is in Wily 3, Dude is in Wily 1, Patty Bees is in Wily 1 as well, and Digi it looks like is working on the 6 bosses still.
Well, I let them know the placement. I had figured out that much. I just didn't know what the order for Dude and Tarragon was. So
Yeah, Tarragon is nearly done.
well, that's our race. This one was fun. I enjoyed watching this.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of good ROM hacks. I certainly have not investigated any of that community.
All the more reason to never play Mega Man 1.
I found a good couple of hacks, and the creator had commented on my YouTube post a little bit too. Of Mega Man 1, where the speed of the game is like doubled, and it was a really good fix actually for Mega Man, and it was just a really fun one.
Nice.
Hey, thanks for joining me off the blues.
Of course. It's been fun.
Back from the festival, ready to annoy you in your broadcast again.
Nice.
See you later.
Later.